Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye pathmakers of old, Namaste. Ancestors of our bloodlines, of all the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. O ye beings of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. O ye powers that be, bless us with thy presence. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, we call thee forth to each soul who is with us in this Sangha, those who are here upon the earth, those who are on the other side. May you come to us in the form that is most meaningful and intimate to us. Bless us with thy presence. Let us become a blessing. Today, let us be a blessing. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Namaste. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday Sangha. The moon has moved into the zodiacal sign of Libra. The sign of balance. The sign which seeks harmony in all interactions with people, with life. The only sign of the zodiac that is inanimate, if you will. It is represented, as you know, by the scales of justice. The scales of justice which are level, which are even. But when one, it is said, when one goes to the time of judgment, a feather is placed upon the scale. Yeah. And will the scale go up or down or remain the same? The time of judgment, my beloved, is not anyone else judging you. It's not God judging you. God doesn't judge you. It is you, yourself, judging yourself. You yourself saying, looking at your life, the thoughts of your life, the actions of your life, the relationships of your life, and saying, that's okay. I can accept what I did. Maybe I don't like it, but I can accept myself and I can accept the circumstances. Or saying, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You don't want that. No, 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 no. You want to be able to say, yes, I tried. I goofed, but I tried. Excuse me just a moment. There we go. Sorry. I goofed, but I tried. Once upon a yogi time, there was a man. We'll say his name was John. John's a good English name. John or Johann or Jean. And he had a problem. Now, we all have karmic problems. His was more obvious than some of ours is. Maybe not. But he had a problem with addiction. And he had a problem with addiction to alcohol. And one day he decided he was going to conquer that addiction. He saw that he had it. And he didn't like it. And he was going to conquer it. So he went to get help. And he went to get rehab, if you will. That's what they call it. But he went to get help. And he was well when he came out. He was well for a week. And then he fell again. He went to get help again after a bit of a while. He came out and he was well for 2 weeks. And he went to get help a third time. And he came out and he was well for 3 months. And then he fell again. And this went on and on and on and on. Over 32 times he fell and he went to get help. One day he came in the presence of a holy man and he said, I've been trying to solve this problem. I just, for the 32nd time, I went to get help. And now today I'm out again and I come to get your blessing. And the holy man looked at him and hugged him, welcomed him, big arms. Congratulations. Don't you worry. One day, maybe this time, but don't you worry about how many times you have to stand up again. You will succeed. You will succeed. You will neutralize this. You will neutralize this piece of karma. Let go of all of your fears and concerns about how many times you have done it. Let go of all that shame. That's not necessary. Let go of it. But know that you will become free of this piece of karma. I know how the story ended. I don't know how many times he fell after that, or if he even fell after that. I don't know. But I know that the last time I saw the man in that story, he was well. He was happy. He was strong. He was enjoying his children and his grandchildren and his life. And he had neutralized that addiction. Because he kept doing what he needed to do with the goal in mind, knowing that the time was going to come, the time gate was going to come, that he was going to heal himself. Many other people have had, that I have known, have had that addiction and have tried and tried and tried and tried. And I tell you, they will heal of it. Perhaps it doesn't look like they healed in this lifetime, but they will heal because they want to, because they are making an effort to, because they are working towards that goal. Now, on the other hand, once upon a yogi time, there was a young woman, and one might say that she was temperamental, perhaps, or that she hadn't been well trained, and she got married. And every single time something came up in her marriage that she didn't like, she'd say to her husband, "I'm going home to Mama. I'm going home to Mama. I don't like you anymore. I don't like living here anymore. I'm going home to Mama." And out the door she would go. She'd go home to Mama. He would go back. He'd go to Mama's house, knock on the door. "Can I have my wife back? You know, tomorrow you can have her back." Well, one day, after several years of this, and this is a true story, one day he said to her, "No more. No more. We have to work this out. Stay. We must talk. Stay. We have to get help. I want to be your husband. I don't want you to keep going home to Mama. Stay. Please stay." And she, unfortunately, was in a huff. "No, I'm going home to Mama." And he said, "My dear, enough. If you walk out that door today, I will change the locks and our marriage will be over." Alas, she did not hear him. She did not believe him. She went out the door, slammed the door, went to Mama's. Day goes by, no husband. 2 days go by, no husband. 3 days go by, Mama says, "You better go back and see what's going on." No husband. And she goes back to the house and tries to get in, and the locks have been changed. And she knocks on the door, and he won't let her in. And in time, he came out and went to Mama's house and said, his mother-in-law's house, and said to his wife, "I told you, if you left, our marriage would be over. If you left, I was going to change the locks. But you could not hear me. Our marriage is over. There's nothing going. We can't save this. And as you can imagine, she cried and wept and wailed, and how did this happen? Why did this happen to me? How could you do this to me? Oh, woe is me. And he said, ah, my dear, I told you that if you walked out that door today, the door would be shut. Once upon a yogi time, there was a woman, another woman who was married, who wasn't very well trained. And she liked to argue. Oh, she liked to argue with her husband a lot. And they told me, good make-up sex. So the fighting was great. But she got in a habit. Every time they'd get in a fight, she'd say to her husband, get out, get out, get out, get out. And he never left, and he listened to her, and she'd berate him, and blah, 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 blah. You know the story. Alas, another alas, a time came. She said, get out. He said, okay. Takes his gym bag, packs a few things in it, his razor and toothbrush and the like, and leaves the house and goes to his mother's house. And he doesn't come home that night. And the young woman calls her mother-in-law crying, where is my husband? Where is my husband? For weeks and months, she tried to get the husband to come home. And although it took a while, I think a year or two, if I remember their story, before the divorce went through, he never went back. And she never understood why he left. And she'd say over and over and over again to her mother-in-law, to her mother, to her sister-in-law, to her family, why? I said that to him all the time. I would say, get out, get out. And he never left. We just argued. Why did he leave that time? Deep mystical question, isn't it? And then, once upon a yogi time, there was a young fellow. And he had friends. And I guess these fellows weren't really his friends. They were the guys he palled around with in the neighborhood. And he was walking down the block, and they come by in their van, and they said, hey, Joe, hop in. We're going to go for a ride. Nah, that's okay. I'll keep on. Gotta get home. They go around the block. Hey, Joe, hop in the van. Come with us for a ride. Nah, gotta get home. They go around the block. This is a true story. Hey, Joe, hop in the van. Come for a ride. What are you, a wuss? It's only, it's early evening. Hop in the van. Come for a ride. Oh, you guys, I gotta get home. Come on, Joe, come for a ride. All right. They open the door. Joe hops in the van. A year later, Joe's writing a note from prison saying, oh, if only I had said no the third time. For they stopped and they robbed the convenience store and they got caught. And because I was in the front seat of the van, the police arrested me as an accomplice. And I am in jail now, serving, I don't know, a year, 2 years, whatever it was. And he said, if only I had had the courage to say no the third time. Ah. All of these, the first fellow, he had a time gate, and he knew if he did what needed to be done, he would be free in time. He would be free of the problem that he had. But all the others, the second person and the third person, the second story and the third story, they didn't understand the power of vak, the power of words. I can say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And you can't hear me. And one day, I can look at you and say, I love you. You're good. I treasure you. You're going to be all right. All is going to be well. I love you. And your heart's going to open, and you'll feel that. You will feel that you are loved. You will know that you are loved. And the time gate will open. No matter how weary you have been, how sad you have been, how hard life has been, there will be a moment that you will feel that blessing of life. You will feel the heaviness lift, and you will know that you are well. But we must learn to pay attention to that which we are repeating. Now, oftentimes, what happens is the mind has a tendency to repeat negative thinking, negative thoughts, critical thoughts, if you will. Well, that's so-and-so, she's blah, blah, blah. Or, I don't understand why she did this, or how could they have done that? How could they have let... All those thoughts, those negative thoughts, those critical thoughts of others are as real or more real than you speaking those words to other people in their face. You have to stop and say, wow, some of these thoughts I'm thinking, would I say that to that person? Would I go up to them and say, you really screwed that up. I really think you did blah, 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 blah. But sometimes our mind is like blah, 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 and worse. And so there is a necessity to say, I better be watching this. I better be paying attention to this. What is the mind repeating? Let me let it go and replace it with something that is beautiful, with something that is wise, with something that is compassionate, a thought of wisdom, a thought of compassion, a thought of kindness to yourself first and then to others. Too often the mind gets into a habit of communicating poorly, if you will. The ability to communicate is one of the greatest skills that a human can learn. For you're taking these symbols that are very ethereal, the symbols that are in the causal plane, that come down to the astral plane. They're very subtle, they're very ethereal, and you are solidifying to vak, sound. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Om. 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 All of the ancient traditions. In the beginning was the Word. Not in the beginning was the earth, not in the beginning was the fire, not in the beginning was the air. In the beginning was, and not in the beginning were the bonbons or the chocolate. In the beginning was the Word. Wow. Wow. This great skill that we need to learn, and we spend the first few years of life learning to stand in these things and to walk in these things and to be potty trained and to feed these things, and then to speak, to say, to form some sort of words. And then as the little girl said to her father, "Papa, I have a new superpower." "You do? What's that, dear?" "Oh, you know what my superpower is." No. What is your new superpower, honey?" "I can read, Dad. I can read. I can read. That's my new superpower." Wow. Do you know what a superpower you have? You have learned to take these concepts, these symbol languages, the symbols, not languages, but the symbols, to formulate them into a concept, to take that concept and speak it. All of you can speak. You can hear. And here I am speaking in a language that hopefully you can understand. I'm trying to speak symbolically as well as literally to you, but speaking in a way that you can understand. And thus there is a great mystery that occurs, a great mystical revelation that occurs, and that is that two parts of life are unified into a whole, become one. Because you can take that experience you're having, that state of consciousness that you are experiencing, and you can try to express it to me. And with any luck, and really clear listening, I can understand. But it requires clear listening, which means that necessitates that I lay down my biases, that I lay down my prejudices, that I lay down my preferences. Doesn't mean I don't have preferences. Doesn't mean I don't have prejudices. Oh, I do, I love books. I love books. I love music. I am absolutely have a prejudice towards books, for books, absolutely. A bias towards books. Far over fast action movies. Lay that down for a moment. Lay it down. Lay all of your preferences down for a moment and hear what the other is expressing. Not just in their words, but what they're trying to communicate with you. What they are trying to communicate to you. What is the feeling state they are trying to communicate? What good is this? Well, my dear, the door won't be locked on you because you won't walk out that door. You'll hear, you'll know, this time is different. This time I better pay attention. And because we don't always feel or see or have the clear seeing to know when that opportunity, that door is open. It is necessary to pay greater attention to the symbols and to pay attention as you walk through your life, to pay attention so that you can move more harmoniously through your life. What did all of these examples, what are the stories, if you will, what do the stories have to do with you and your life? Remember, the time of judgment, nobody's going to be judging you. You will be judging yourself for all of the actions of your life and how well you think you did. And so it is necessary to cultivate wisdom and compassion and have it for oneself and realize, boy, yes, I can see that. I goofed, but I did the best I could at that time. Now the next time I'll do better. The next time I would do it this way. I would do it a little differently. I'll do better next time. And what is the next time that I'm talking about? You may say to me, well, I don't have any of these big problems that she's talking about. I've conquered all the big problems in my life. Good. If that's the case, good for you. But you can still be happier. You can still be more content. You can still become wiser. Have you been as compassionate and kind to others as you possibly can? Have you been as understanding as you possibly can? I'm not saying that you didn't do the best you could, because we all have done the best we could at that given time. But I'm saying, is there room for improvement? Maybe not for you, but certainly for me there is. I can see that. I can see there's room for improvement. I can see that there's things that I keep trying to do better. And keep stumbling and keep trying to do better. Pick it up, do better again. Do differently. Try to do it more harmoniously. Now, this is going to sound like it's a shift, but it's not. It's really not. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the creative principle. Applies to you, applies to me. There is a word called Yoga Siddhi. Not C-I-T-Y, but S-I-D-D-H-I. And it is a word that represents the power inherent in the concentrated mind. Everyone has it. Everybody has it. Some have more than others at any given time. But Yoga Siddhi is your ability to soften your karma and to help others through the softening of the karma. Yoga Siddhi is your ability to make a difference in your life and in life as a whole. What's the obstacle to using it? You think you don't have any. You think Yoga Siddhi is for somebody else. You think the ability to offer your intention is a drop of water that is meaningless. All of these are errors in thinking. and they must be corrected. They must be corrected. This is not you don't have to do anything, all right? They don't have to be corrected. You can continue to walk through life without them corrected, but it's quite helpful to correct them and to recognize that you make a difference in the world. Your presence makes a difference in the world. And it will get better. It will get better. I know for some of you today is not easy, and it looks dark, and it looks hard, but it will get better. Truly, 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 it will get better. You may think you have no power to pull yourself up, but all you have to do is turn just once. Just turn and say, please help me. Turn to the divine, turn to life and say, help me to solve this problem. I don't know how to get the help. I don't know what I need, but please help me so that I can find it, that you can help me. That's all you have to do to solve the problem of where you are today, to heal that hurt that you're feeling today. Very simple. And then know that you do have great, great power within you. Now today, with the moon in Libra, the time of balance, I'm going to ask that we spend a greater time than usual in our meditation. We are here in this incarnation upon Mother Gaia, upon Mother Earth, and we are guests here, along with beings of many, many, many different forms, many, many different species, if you will, however you wish to classify all the other living beings upon the earth. And at this time, Mother Gaia is really experiencing some chakos, some chaos. Many, many, many changes. And she has gone through them before. She has gone through ice ages and dry ages. But you know of the fires that are going on in the boreal, all along Canada, on Maui, along the west coast of the United States. The flooding that is going on, the hurricanes that are going on, the typhoons that are going on, the droughts that are going on, the people that are dying of hunger, the animals that are dying of hunger, the insects that are dying of hunger and of the drought. And there is a tremendous imbalance upon her at this time. The volcanoes that are erupting. She's under great stress. Our host is. There is a tree on Maui that has lived hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, a banyan tree, who was burned in the fire, and they are trying to help her. She is in a coma at this time, and they are doing everything, the scientists are doing everything they can to try to heal her and put water upon her. And they have, the kahunas have asked for prayer for her. But I'm going to ask today that we pray that together we bring forth our spiritual energies, and that as we go through this meditation, as I lead you through this meditation, that our energies today be focused upon all of those in need. And that you recognize for just this moment that in our meditation, your presence makes a difference. You have the capacity to help. I can't do this alone. I don't do this alone. None of us do this alone. But you make a difference. Our meditation today will make a difference to those of us performing the meditation, but also to all of the others here upon Mother Gaia. Everything I've said to you today is about time gates. When the time window opens, and some of the examples I gave you were time windows that led to mistakes. But there were time windows that led to blessings. Deep, deep blessings. And every goof, every mistake, if you will, I guess it's not a mistake, it's just a bump in the road. Every difficult piece of karma is an opportunity to lift oneself up and to keep on walking. And we must get to the point, and I'm urging you today to get to the point where it is no longer, you don't need to learn through pain and suffering. You do not need to learn through pain and suffering. But you can learn through blessings and learn through the goodness. So as we go into the meditation today, I will ask you that we are going to be praying for various parts of the earth, of Mother Gaia, realizing that we don't know what is needed, but we will ask the powers that be. And so I thank you for your blessings and ask you to join with me as we deepen a meditation. And pray for all that are in need. Sitting with your spine erect, place your hands in the Om Mudra upon your thighs and turn your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring your head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath and pull the energy from the limbs to the trunk. From the trunk, pull the energy to the spinal column. From the base of the spine, pull the energy up to the sun center. Move that energy as a golden ball of light out in front of you and sweep it around to the left, encasing your entire being in golden light. And do this 3 times. Expand that golden light and ascend upward, ascend to the high place. Above the building, above the continent, above the earth plane. Ascend to the high place. See yourself in a circle with their Sangha, both those here and on the other side. Call upon your Ishta Devata to join you, your chosen form of the divine, to be with us at this moment. Gazing at your sun center, be aware that there is a mountain right adjacent to where we are sitting in the high place. And see, gazing up at the mountain, a waterfall of light pouring down from that mountaintop. Waterfall pours down from the highest plains and pours into the center of the circle that we are in. As we chant, as we hold in our mind's eye all of those in need, the light from the high place pours down upon the earth plane, fed by your mantra, fed by your intention, fed by the blessings of your Ishta Devata. Feel the golden light pouring down upon you, filling you, vivifying you, that you may pour forth this light upon Mother Gaia. O ye powers that be with us. As we chant the Om Shanti mantra, feel the light pouring down. First, let us pour the light upon Mother Gaia herself, over her and into her. Let us chant Om Shanti 3 times, that the light pour down upon Mother Gaia, that as she needs this light, she may be balanced. It may go to the places most needed. Feel the light pouring down. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Pour forth this golden light upon all of those living in drought, in famine, upon the earth, upon all those creatures living in these conditions. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those beings affected by the fire, the trees and all of the creatures who live within the forests, the forests on the mainland of America at this time, of Canada, of the continent, the boreal forests, the forests that are going up into Alaska. May all of these creatures be blessed. May there be ease and harmony. May the fire ease. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. In your mind's eye, see all of the brother and sister trees and all of the beings within the forests. Send forth the light to them, that they may be healed, that they may be soothed, that they may be comforted as they need. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Send forth thy blessings to all of the beings of the earth that has been scorched by the fires. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of the beings living upon the islands that are on fire, upon the big island of Hawaii, upon Maui where the fires were, and now in the south of Spain, the Canary Islands. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all of those beings affected by these fires be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For the ancient ones, the ancient trees, the ancient banyan upon Maui, the ancient ones that are its family. In your mind's eye, see this ancient tree. Send forth thy blessings that it and all of its family be blessed, that it be healed. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. For all of those whose lives have been affected by the upheaval of the hurricanes and the excessive water, the flooding, the fear that is coming from these weather-related events. May it be eased. May all be safe. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Most beloved Lord of life, send forth thy blessings. Join with us and send forth thy blessings for all of those beings who are moving from one place to another, who are moving to escape the difficulties of their present place of living, whether it be the birds, the squirrels, the deer, the humans. May they be blessed in their migration. May they be blessed as they move to their new home. For all of those who are drawn to move at this time, who are compelled by their karma to move, may their moves be harmonious. May they find that which they are seeking. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, ye powers that be, sweep clear the cobwebs of our minds, that we might be ever more self-aware, that we might see the time gates and know the time gates and know when to be still and when to act. O ye powers that be, we ask thy help with ease and harmony and swiftness, that we might become gentler and kinder and wiser and more compassionate and happier and more joy-filled, and that we might share that thus with all upon the earth. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O most beloved Lord of life, join with us as we send forth our blessings to all of those whose hearts are hardened, that they may feel the blessings of life and soften their hearts and open their minds and be ever more kind and gracious and compassionate and wise. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, join with us. That the blessings be sent forth to those who are lonely, to those who are cold, to those who are too warm, to those who are seeking nourishment. May they feel the joy of life. May they feel the Anandic bliss at this moment. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those beings living in war zones, where the humans and others are fighting, for all of the beings, all of the creatures living in these situations, where fear shines brightly. May the fear be dissolved away. May there be peace and harmony between all of the beings. Om Shanti. 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 And now let us send forth our blessings to all of those who are leaving the earth today, at this moment, and throughout this day. May their passing to the next life be eased and harmonious. May their helpers be helped. Om Shanti. 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 Let us send forth our blessings to all of those souls who are entering the earth upon this day, and to all of the souls who have chosen this day at any point in time to come to the earth, that their birthdays be blessed, that today, their day of birth, be blessed, that they be blessed, that their time upon Mother Gaia be fruitful and joy-filled. Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om. Feel that waterfall of light join with your prayers, pouring down upon Mother Gaia, filling Mother Gaia with the light of Anandic bliss that radiates forth from thee, that radiates forth from all of the powers that be, that radiates forth from the highest realms. See that golden light of Anandic bliss pouring down upon Mother Gaia, filling her and all of those upon her. Be thou blessed, be thou blessed, be thou triply blessed. Know that you are a blessing unto life. Become an ever greater blessing to all of those who enter your aura. Walk with greater self-awareness. Speak with greater self-awareness. Walk through your life with greater self-awareness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Returning to your place of meditation, know that you may come back to this waterfall of light again and again and again, and join with the powers that be to send forth the light to all of those in need. May all be calm. May all be peace-filled. May all be bliss-filled. May all be goodness. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Namaste. Namaste. I thank you for your blessings, for the blessings of sharing your spiritual energies today. It is important. Your spiritual energies are important, and they do make a difference. They do make a difference.